All right, we're live on YouTube. We're live on YouTube. Ellie, here they go. Huge W's, Ellie. Oh my goodness, Ellie, thank you so much for $10 on Venmo. That's incredibly kind. Can we get a million W's for Ellie in the chat? Wow, starting us off hot tonight. That actually goes an insanely long way. I know everything's expensive right now. I do not take that for granted. Thank you so much. You're fucking amazing. Truly. Can we get a million W's in the chat for Ellie? I don't take that for granted. You often talk about being in bad mindsets and bringing yourself down about things out of your control. You may think you could have done more, but you did okay. And of course, my camera, cuts out at a great time here. A great time here. This is good. This is great. Back to my conversation. Huge W's, Ellie. You may think you could have done more, but you did all you could. You changed people's minds and have such a big impact in people around you, Chris. We love you. Man, that is so fucking kind. Thank you so much, Ellie. I really, truly appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. Thank you. It's really kind. Huge W's for Ellie. Alex, good to see you. Thank you so much. I mean that truly. I mean it. Thank you. And I like your profile picture. What a great profile picture. All right. If you are a Trump supporter, you can let me know. Alex, how's your weekend? Great to see you over on YouTube. Noah on YouTube. Cindy on YouTube. New Zealand, Jacob, that is nuts. Debates. We've talked before. We've talked before, haven't we? Is there anyone in here I haven't talked to ever? No hate. No hate. I'm a Trump. All right. Well, I think we talked before. Eli, I think. Thank you. Pete's debates. We've talked. Have we not talked? Got to turn this way down. Hello? Oh, hello.
What's up, man?
You know.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah. How old are you? Izzy, good to see you.
Almost 40. Yeah.
Fantastic. What do you think? Okay. Well, I'll just fucking fuck myself. What do you think of Trump?
You should probably keep that in. I support him.
That's good. Why? A lot of people these days kind of upset by him, the no new wars guy, like starting regime change war, and the economy sucking, all that good stuff. So, what do you think of that?
Yeah, I don't even know if you call this a war. I mean,
He called
we're
it
blowing
a war. He called it a war.
Yeah, we're blowing this. Well, he's called it a lot of different things, but basically
Oh,
we're
right,
blowing the
right.
shit out of them.
The guy with the nuclear codes who made the decision to do it. His standpoint on whether it's a war or not doesn't matter, of course. But
No, I mean, he's called it a lot of different things, has he not?
And the bar is in hell for that guy. So he'll just say whatever he wants. We can all debate amongst ourselves whether it's war, and whatever he says.
We can't declare war without Congress. We haven't done that, so we're not at war.
Fantastic. Yes. So why are we doing this?
Every president has used the military in one form or another.
That's correct.
Right? We can agree on that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes, of course. You didn't vote for Trump because he was every other president. You voted for him actually for the exact opposite reason. So why are we doing this?
Why are we doing this?
Mm-hmm.
Because we have a regime that has been literally unaliving. I'm not good at this language. Unaliving Americans and funding the unaliving, strategically planning the funding of unaliving through the curation of proxies and having their sole existence be the purpose of going after and funding and destroying the West, right? For 50 years. Literally, when they meet in Parliament, they sit there and chant unalive to America. And it's not like it's just on the street. It's their parliament. It's their government.
So you disagree with Trump about why we started the war?
What I never said I disagree with Trump. What I'm saying is, you asked why we're doing this.
Well,
this is why we're doing this.
Okay. Well, that's not my regime. My point being, if that is the reason, there's a long discussion to be had about, again, the America First movement, quote, no more endless wars, no more regime change war, focus on Americans. Mass deportations now, we don't care where you came from or what hardship story you have. We need to focus on Americans. Now suddenly concerned with the people of Iran. But besides that, that's not the justification Donald Trump gave. Were they 2 weeks away from a nuclear weapon?
No, it's not in the same way, it's not the justification that Donald Trump gave for Venezuela either. Donald Trump gave a justification
So you don't believe
of drugs.
so you don't
I don't
believe
believe that justification either. I believe the justification for
so
Venezuela was simply a geopolitical justification where it was basically the new Cuba, and there was a relationship with a bunch of different relationships that were happening between Venezuela and all these different non-allies of the United States, Iran, Russia, China, Cuba.
so you so
It
you
was
so
simply strategic.
so you believe that Donald Trump is lying when he says they were 2 weeks away from a nuclear weapon?
No, I believe I I don't care
Okay, wait.
really.
I that's it's I'm not. It's fine if you
I
don't.
honestly
Hold on,
don't
hold on,
care
hold on. It's fine if you don't
whether
care.
he was lying or not
Okay.
because I don't know.
It's fine if you don't care. It's just a yes or no question. Do
I don't know.
you don't know? Okay,
I don't know
because
and I
just
don't care.
because just a second ago you said they weren't that he's created a justification that wasn't correct because the real justification is geopolitical and regime change. So it's very simple. If the
I
if
never said regime change. Don't put words in my mouth.
I think when I asked you why are we doing this, you went on a whole spiel about how the regime is awful and we need to get rid of it because it's funding these different proxy groups like the Houthis and Hamas and all these different things. So that's
You asked why we're doing that because they have been funding and unaliving
okay, right?
Americans. Their purpose is
so that's called regime change. So your justification for the war was regime. We need to enact regime change.
regime change is irrelevant if we destroy all their capabilities. I don't give a nobody gives a fuck if
So
they have the same ideology with zero capacity.
the reason I'm
So if
going.
we don't have to change the regime. It's either we get a regime change or we put them back into the Stone Age so they can have their regime and have their ideology,
Great.
and they still don't have any capability to do anybody harm.
The reason I bring
So
this
it's
up
one or the other.
the reason I bring this up is because like it's clearly very confusing and continues to be from whether it's administration of like no like the administration is borderline isn't even trying to justify what they're doing. There's multiple different reasons, some of which have been walked back. Trump said something different originally than Marco Rubio. Then said it was 2 weeks away from a nuclear weapon. Then said they were a week away from an imminent ballistic strike. And Marco Rubio didn't said something along those lines, but also suggested that Israel was going to strike regardless. So again, like there is no good justification for this war, and obviously 13 American soldiers are dead, and 150 school children were instantly eviscerated by taxpayer-funded missiles. So I just think the whole thing is bad. It's not. I don't think it's good. I clearly
I
think
think the whole thing is good.
that's great.
I think the whole thing is great.
I think we're also realizing
Long
that
time coming.
I think we're also that's America first right here. I think we're also understanding now that there's no real end game here, and Trump has certainly.
I just explained
Or,
the end game to you.
okay,
I
well,
literally just explained it to you.
that is not a very sound end game, and as we've learned
Why
from.
not? How is it not sound?
I'm happy to explain it to you, but as we learned today from some amount of reporting for people who are actually interested in not intellectually sound conversations, it's pretty clear that Donald Trump got high on his own supply around Venezuela and became under the belief that he could do these military actions very quickly and swiftly, and they just didn't have a plan. They didn't have a plan for the Strait of Hormuz. They didn't have a plan long term, and now it's biting him in the ass, and he's asking allies to help, and allies won't help because he alienated all of them, et cetera. It's not what you described is not a sound plan because you said if they have a regime and they have nothing, then we don't care, or regime change. Well, part of the problem with that is, how are you going to if I were to insert myself into your world, there's a massive amount of death and destruction that comes from that. I don't think you care. B, how are we going to continue to make sure that if the regime stays intact, that they're not just going to, let's say, rebuild and do all the things that you're talking about, or flip, if the regime changes, then how long is the United States involved? Are we then helping build up a regime? I think last time we did that, we spent $1 trillion and 500,000 Iraqis died. When does that end? Does the U.S. stay in Iran indefinitely? How many families have to bury U.S. soldiers, and how many young brown kids have to die for some plan that again just we start to lose sight of goals? I think the last president who did that, walked into countries without goals, and we, nation built, and we saw that went. So what you just described is not a sound plan at all. There's nothing there.
Wait, hang on a second. You went from A to B, and then B spurred off into like 10 different things. So
Yeah,
okay. So A, the amount of death and destruction, which you referenced, that people on the right don't care about, right?
I don't know that people. I mean, some people on the right care about it.
Or Trump
I
supporters
don't
don't
think.
care about it,
No,
right?
that's also not what I said. I said you don't care. I don't
Okay,
believe
I
that you.
don't care about
I
it.
don't believe you. You can correct me. I don't believe that you care about it.
Well, when I compare the amount of death and destruction, when I look at how many people that are being reported as unalived in this 14 days of war that we've had so far, quote unquote war, it pales in comparison to what the Iranian regime did within 2 days to their own population.
When have you
So,
ever? When? Okay,
so when
this is
I
right
look
there.
at this
Pause.
and say
Right there.
death
Hold
and
on.
destruction,
I promise I'm gonna let you respond to the rest of what I said. I apologize for cutting you off, but pause right there. Like, do you understand how for people in my world, the "Make America Great Again," America first, no more focus on other places, it's very confusing to hear like this whole group now.
you put this moral conundrum on me, like this death and destruction is somehow a bad thing because I'm in favor of it. But when you actually look and compare it to the
Why?
regime and the amount of death and destruction that the regime has caused,
So
the
you,
Iranian innocent civilians that simply went out and
I
protested their
agree.
own
I
government.
agree with that. I understand. But again, like I don't think you've never shown, and neither has Trump or just the MAGA movement as a whole ever. Not one time have they ever given a damn about anyone else but Americans. That was the entire point of the movement. Now you cut it suddenly.
What are you talking about? He's literally
Do you support
in
do you support mass deportations?
of course.
Okay, so if somebody's gonna get deported and they're here illegally and they fled another country from violence, but they're let's
I
just
support mass deportations of people that didn't come into the country appropriately.
Okay, so if somebody came not into the country appropriately and they make a claim that they
Right, like every country should.
okay, so they fled from violence, they fled from human trafficking. Would does that have any bearing on if you deport them or not?
Does the reason that they left their country
Yes.
have a bearing? Yeah, it does.
Okay.
But it also doesn't at a certain degree, depending on how they decided to facilitate their entry into the country.
Fantastic. Yeah, that's super logically consistent. So continue on the. I'm sorry.
So if you facilitate your
Well,
entry
we
into the country in a non-legal way, then I'm
that
sorry,
then it
then
does.
you're not at the
Then
top of the
who gives
list
a
when it comes to.
then who gives a fuck what happens to them if we send them back? However,
No, I'm not saying who gives a.
then
Not
I think we
that's
should
not what I'm
spend
saying.
but I think we should spend $1.5 billion a day currently bombing the shit out of Iran because I'm concerned that the Iranian people are getting slaughtered by their regime. It's just like very confusing when you decide to care about people not in the country and you don't.
It's not just the Iranian people being slaughtered by the regime. It's a series of events. If you look back throughout
I
history,
would love for the president to explain that. Unfortunately, we don't have a competent one, so I have to get random people on TikTok to explain it to me. Sorry, I keep cutting you off. Go ahead. Well, let's go. I've cut you off like a
it's
hundred
I
times.
mean,
Go
it's
ahead.
a series of events that spreads back all the way back to the Iranian hostage crisis back in what was that, the 70s when that happened?
79 maybe
Yeah.
or
And
76.
it's not limited to that, and it's by far not like that was effectively the beginning of where the United States was heavily impacted by it. But there's been airliners that have been shot down over the years. There has been the funding of a plethora of different proxies that have in many different countries carried out attacks on the West, carried out attacks on the United States, have killed thousands upon thousands of us or our allies, or unalived thousands upon thousands of us or our allies. And it's not like it was an accidental thing, it was a premeditated, planned, disrupting geopolitical event every time. So there's systematic funding that has been funneled through Iran. There's development of proxies. There's training camps. They literally are training fighters to fight against the West. It's mostly Israel, but it also includes the United States. And literally, when you have a government structure that when they meet and form up, it's like our Congress. If our Congress were to meet up and chant unalive to Iran, and that was their biggest thing on their mind every time that they got together, that would be problematic for Iran, right? Rightly so.
Okay, so,
And if this has been
all
happening
right.
for 50
So,
years
did
and
you?
then finally you have a leader,
Okay, okay, I understand. Did you expect Donald Trump to do this when you voted for him?
I didn't expect him to do it, but I hoped he would.
So, uh, okay, so then, like, your mind before the election, when you're hearing all this stuff about no new wars and him being like the peace president, like, did you just believe that he was lying, or like just not really like, it doesn't really
That's
matter?
not why I voted for him,
Okay, why'd you vote for him?
because he was someone that literally was about America first and cared about American interests. And if you're not in American interest, then I don't give a fuck what you think about me. I'm going to do what's in American interest.
Okay, okay. Do you believe that the 2020 election was stolen?
I it's irrelevant.
It's
Like
it's actually not.
I don't believe it was 100% fair. I don't believe a lot of our elections for a long time have been 100% fair. I think the 2020 election, with the way that it was facilitated, was probably had the most opportunity to be the least fair. But even outside of that, I'm not storming the Capitol. I'm not doing any of that bullshit. I just think it's kind of irrelevant because the system ultimately in the end does work, and Trump's reelection was proof of that.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think it's really bad to be, like like trying to overthrow an
It's
election.
not bad to question an
It's
election. It's bad to try and overthrow an election.
which
However, it's
he.
not bad to question an election.
Okay. Well, I
So,
think
like,
hold on. I think it's bad to do both, especially when you're the, you know,
if you have a
I
reason to
think
question an
I there
election,
he and right, and he had no reason. It was the most scrutinized election of all time. But he tried to do both, and
but
he
it was
certainly
also the
tried.
election that had the most
He certainly tried.
opportunity for
Okay, and
unfairness.
yet when it was the most scrutinized and it had no unfairness, and he also tried to not he didn't just question it, which he has the legal right to do. He tried every method, both illegal and legal, to overthrow an election. He didn't win, with every person in his inner circle telling him there was no evidence to do so, including his children. And I think that he did that because he cares most about
Do
power.
you think it?
He
Do
care.
you honestly?
He cares.
Let me ask you a very specific
I
question.
will hold on. Donald J. Trump, after being told by every single person closest to him that there was no evidence of election fraud, tried anyway to overthrow the election because he cares most about himself. He cares only about two things: power and money. Go ahead. It's
Do
also,
you think? Do you
it's also why
think?
he's the most corrupt president ever.
Okay. Do you think that it's logically fair to say that based on the way that all of the previous elections up to Trump and this last election, and then this, not the last one, the one before that we're talking about, do you think that that one had more opportunity for
No,
unfairness?
no, I don't.
You honestly don't.
No, like
How so?
because I don't believe that there was more opportunity for unfairness. I believe that mail-in ballots or people going to the polls or whatever,
So then
it is
why would we not just
incredibly
have
it is
100% mail-in
it
ballots
is
or harvest
can
balloting across the board?
can I speak? It is incredibly difficult, and the reason it's incredibly difficult through whatever process, through any voting process, for there to be fraud. It's why we have almost no evidence of it for 30 years. I would challenge you to give me even a single example of an irregularity in the 2020 election. You couldn't unless you mentioned a Trump voter who voted twice, because I know there were several of those, and there's probably some randos who also voted twice. But you certainly could not name a single instance of anything widespread because it doesn't exist. You say, why don't we do mail-in ballots every single time? Because that would be a cost. It would cost a lot of money and would be an unnecessary amount of work and time and money to figure out. When if we're able, when there's not a massive pandemic, to go to the polls and submit a ballot there, it's easier. But you could not, like, you can say,
And yet you still don't support like voter ID laws or like that you
there's
should present
I
ID
don't I don't
when
sup-
you vote.
I don't support laws that are unnecessary. What is the point of a voter ID law? Do you
What's the point?
do
What's the
you
point
do you
of
have no
a
no no no
law
no 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 no
in
no 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 no
prescribing
stop
tobacco?
stop 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 answer this question first. Do you have any evidence sitting here talking to me with everything you know of voter fraud? Could you give me an example? It's just a
I mean,
yes or it's a yes or no question right now.
yeah, I could give you lots of examples if you allow me to tab out.
No, no, no. Just off the top of your head, do you even have one example? We can go down that road in a second, but off the top of your head, you're telling me that you don't have a single example of voter fraud. I mean, if it's so widespread and it's an issue enough to spend our tax dollars and make it harder, sorry, my camera ran out, make it harder for people to vote. Because
I mean, there have been many people that have been prosecuted, especially in some of the southern states, on voter ID, especially people that are working for different uh,
that's just not true.
different government. What do you mean?
It's not true. What you're saying is false. There's been many people indicted even in southern states. Bullshit. You're making that up.
Uh,
You can tab
I'm
out if you
not.
want and find that for me. I'd love to hear that. I'd love to see this.
Okay.
Okay. Well, as you tab out, just know we can't hear you. Double tap this, and that's fine. We'll wait. That's totally fine. Double tap screen for me, everybody. Great to see everyone. Almost 760 people here on Dick Talk. I love each and every one of you. Also, Ella, thank you so much for $25 on YouTube Super Chat. I want to tell you how much I appreciate that, and do not, I mean this, do not take it for granted from the bottom of my heart. That is so fucking kind. I truly means the world. Couple Celsiuses right there. Hope you're doing well, man. Thanks for everything you do. We love you, man. I love you. Ella, MC Wheels, W's in the chat. Thank you so much, truly, from the bottom of my heart. Dark Sunray, $5 on the YouTube Super Chat. So good to see you. Wow, you guys are kind. Diane, thanks for the money gun. Truly, like I know I say this every time, but I mean it. I wake up every day. So I wake up so grateful, excuse me, that you guys are so supportive of me, truly. Thank you so much. Buy Celsius powder packets. I need to, Dark Sunray. I used to buy them a lot. They're much cheaper. And do you know TDO? They remembered you from 11 films and watch you too, sending love and persistence. Love you, Chris. That TDO doesn't ring a bell off the top of my head, but I do know some great people over at 11 Films. I love their stuff. Wait, Dark Sunray, how do you, I don't, that's crazy. I gotta hear more about that. I love you, Dark Sunray. Thanks so much for the $5. And then lastly here, if I scroll all the way up, I apologize. Soul Music. So good to see you. Wow, you guys are so kind. $5 over on the YouTube Super Chat. Awesome to see you live. I'm always looking for late night debates that show MAGA looking dumb. Caller, it's a war. Stop playing Cult Boy and admit it. Get some W's for Soul Music. I really appreciate $5, seriously. Again, another crisp Celsius. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. You're glowing today? Bro, why y'all so nice to me, man? There's been many indictments, he says, in the southern parts of. Thank you guys so much, truly, for all the support. Many indictments in the southern part. So, please, I'd love to hear this new information. Over on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button.
Can you hear me now?
I can indeed.
So,
oh, I lost you again because you scrolled out. Sharon, thanks for the heart. Skincare routine, Fi? Nah. You know it's Fi. Accutane.
so there's about 1,600 convictions in the last 20 years. How many of them do you think were recent?
I have no idea. So can I get a source for 1,600? Sounds really high. $1,600 over 20 years sounds way too high.
Hang on. It doesn't actually say convictions. It says proven instances of voter fraud. So it doesn't say convictions.
Okay, where is this
so
from?
let me.
That's life. What's going on?
Oh, actually, it does say these are not all the cases that were investigated. These are only the ones that resulted in criminal convictions.
Okay. Where is this? Where are you sourcing from right now?
I'm going to the actual source. Hang on a second.
Going to the source. Cool. Double tap screen, everyone. Appreciate it. 800 viewers is crazy. I appreciate you guys. Need to get some like.
Oh, you're not going to like the source. It's heritage.
Sorry, what?
I said you're not going to like the source. It's heritage.
All right.
Because they're the only people that have actually looked into it. to the
Okay,
extent-
wait. They're the only people that have looked into this issue, really.
Yeah, non-biasedly, that are actually trying to
Hold on a second. The Heritage Foundation is non-biased.
Oh, they're definitely conservative, but when it comes
Right,
to voter
so-
fraud, that's not.
Okay, that's not how that works, right? And they're certainly not the only group that's looked into this. But please continue on what they said.
They're talking about convictions only, people that have pled guilty.
Okay. Pled guilty of
Or been
what?
convicted.
Pled guilty of what? Holy shit! I'm just gonna like pull it.
Is there a way that I can just share it with you so you can look at it?
Okay, if you just tell me the name of the article, I will pull it up. Famously non-biased Heritage Foundation here. You know, people who outlined everything Trump was going to do.
No, I'll definitely
6 months before his election.
definitely give you that they're not a non-biased organization. I'll definitely give you that. Here, I'm just gonna link it right in the chat.
Oh, well, okay. Well, I mean, election fraud Heritage Foundation. I think I'm actually. Oh, I think I got it. Not right.
And the Heritage Foundation isn't the only source, but it's the primary source.
Okay,
There's
so-
other sources, but it's not. It's the primary one.
All right. Okay, this looks like over. This looks like from 1982, and obviously I'd have to look into this further, but from 1982 to 2025, criminal convictions 1,620 of different things. I want to be clear of two things here. Number one, that like some of these aren't even, you know, these aren't instances of, not all of these are instances of voter fraud like we speak of it, like we're having this conversation. For example, this person in Tennessee who was charged with false registration and ineligible voter, a convicted felon, one count of false entries on official registration or election documents. She pled guilty to 2 counts of voter registration fraud, but obviously never ended up voting. Obviously, you know, now we're all the way back in 1982. But if we go forward here, a couple things that strike me. Number one, not only are all of, you know, some of these not going to be in relation to fraud as we discuss it. You know, I don't know that someone in Tennessee being a felon and attempting to register to vote falls under our category here, but let's assume it does. It's interesting, no one looks into this, but if I look from, there is roughly, we're going to start at 2021. There's at least 20 pages of individuals. This is, you know, multiple pages of 2022, multiple pages of 2021. California criminal conviction 2022, fraudulent use of absentee ballots, was charged by the state with 4 felonies of fraudulently casting a vote, impersonating a voter, attempt to vote as a fictitious person, and impersonate with a written instrument after casting an absentee ballot on behalf of her deceased mother during the 2021 California recall election. I believe this. I don't know who this person is actually, but like it seems like the Biden DOJ did quite a bit of work around this issue. That's number one. A lot of, you know, generally blue states here. These are all instances of people where their vote wouldn't have ended up counting because they were, you know, criminally charged, or at least certainly the vast majority. And so, like, it almost raises into question, like, okay, if there's if I were to take this Heritage Foundation database at face value, again, I'd have to look into it more. But if I were to, for a second, 1,600 people since 1982, it sounds like the way it stands, we're doing a really great job. You know, obviously, in the grand scheme of things, 1,600 people since 1982 seems high to me, but I'm going to take it at face value. Not a lot of people in hindsight, and it looks like we're doing a great job catching them, under both Republican administrations, Democratic administrations, blue states, red states. So again, like, not only is there no evidence of mass voter fraud.
Okay, so now it's evidence of mass voter fraud.
Well,
So before it was give me an instance
okay. Well, first, I two things. Number one, first I asked
of
you.
convictions.
Sure. Hold on. First, I asked you for an instance because I was trying to hone in on the fact that we're talking about such this huge idea that there was this massive there's this massive conspiracy to overthrow the 2020 election with this massive amount of fraud. And so I was questioning if there is so much fraud, if you could name an instance or, some piece of evidence, if you're making such a large claim of irregularities. Hold on. Off the top of your head. But number two, in the broader conversation, I think it's pretty clear, and maybe I should have made this more clear, that, I'm looking for, if the president of the United States is claiming that an election was stolen from him because that is so fundamentally against our democracy, and, he's such an awful human being, like, I would like evidence, just a shred of even,
Can you go back to my original claim?
Okay, what's your original claim?
My original claim is that if there was an election that it would have been the easiest to cheat in, it would have been that election because of all these different factors. Let me give you an analogy.
No. Because if that were true, because it was the most scrutinized and investigated election ever, we would have had more criminal convictions from that election ever, and we don't even. Hold on. Even with,
if it was provable.
If it was provable. So now all this fraud occurred, and I just want to be clear. We have testimony from individuals that his attorney general, Donald Trump's attorney general, told him that he couldn't find any evidence of election fraud. His chief of staff, his third chief of staff, the chief of staff.
So if you can't find any evidence of something, does that mean it didn't happen?
No, not technically.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so your claim. So I just want to be clear here. You're saying shut the fuck
logically.
up. Be quiet. Okay, shut up. As a grown man, you frustrate me. Okay, we don't have to play these fucking games. Okay. Donald Trump's chief of staff, his attorney general, his FBI, his entire DOJ, and his children all told him to his face that they could not find evidence that the election was stolen. Sure, if you can't find evidence of something, that doesn't mean it didn't happen. But if we could be a little bit, if we could not be disingenuous for a second, it's very clear that there is no evidence of election fraud. It didn't happen. Donald Trump tried to overthrow an election and still claims that he lost because he cares more about himself than the citizens of the United States. I mean, like, I really don't feel like we have to play such annoying games. I will let you speak now.
Do you think that he thought it was stolen?
I don't know.
Do you think it's reasonable to assume that he thought it was stolen?
I think either way you look at it, it's really bad. I think if he actually believes.
But do you think it's reasonable to assume, based on all the information that you have about him, that he thought it was stolen?
I don't know. I think there's. I mean, is it reasonable? Is it reasonable to come to that conclusion? Sure, but I think regardless of where you look at, even if the answer is not that he's just a narcissist and a liar, and doesn't believe it, which is probably more likely, I guess. If he's truly such a psychopath that with no evidence in front of him, he believes it was stolen, I think that's in a lot of ways worse.
Not only do I think that he thinks that it was stolen, not only do I think that, I think that there's a lot of other Americans out there that thinks the same thing, that it's reasonable to assume based on all of these discrepancies.
And those Americans are wrong. I truly view that viewpoint, although I don't think any.
And like I said from the very beginning, this is a non-starter for me. It's a non-issue. I said that from the very beginning. I said it's kind of irrelevant. It doesn't matter.
Okay, well, it matters because I think democracy is important. But I think the viewpoint that there was any chance the election was stolen, I don't think anyone who thinks that is dumb, but I do think it's akin to believing the world.
But
I do
how
think.
do we get?
Can you stop cutting me off? Can you stop cutting me off? I think it's akin to believing the earth is flat. How did we get back here? Because I'm 22 years old. I'll explain this to you. Sorry, I'm 24 years old, okay? I was born in 2002, ushered into a war on terror that obviously I didn't understand and was often called was a massive failure. I watched political division explode. I saw Donald Trump come into power. I lost my senior year of high school due to COVID. I watched January 6th. My freshman year of college was all online, and now I'm here. I have never one time seen this country at peace like so many other people have. And I think one of the ways to get it back to this version of America that used to exist is to, I don't know, care about democracy. And I think right now we are teetering on the line of constitutional crisis, and we're some of our checks and balances are starting to crumble a little bit. So I believe that going back and saying, hey, having a leader or a party that believes an election fraud is very dangerous and bad. That's why I'm bringing this up. And I also think it's giving justification for Donald Trump to try to pass laws that you believe are voter ID laws, when in reality, I think those laws are more akin to nationalize the elections and get them under the hands of people who will be loyal to him.
You think voter ID? All right. Um, so I experienced all the same things that you experienced because I'm older than you. So I experienced all that as well. I've also experienced a lot of things that you haven't experienced, right? So I've experienced everything, and not only have I experienced the same things that you've experienced, I've also experienced my children experiencing those things that you've experienced. Plus, I've experienced a lot more things than you've experienced. Um, and as a former member in the military and having to actually go to these places and be part of those conflicts, I would definitely say that I am not in favor of fuck, I'm definitely not in favor of any more like, hey, let's go invade this country, be there for 10, 20 years and do let's not have a repeat of Afghanistan when it comes to the Iran conflict, which is what we were initially talking about. However, what I am in favor of is the type of strategic surgical action that we're seeing going on now. And I know that you're saying that there is no plan in place, but when I look back at the actual track record and history of the Trump administration, what I see is something totally different from every previous administration. I don't see long drawn out wars. I see very precise actions that are brief in their nature, that serve a particular goal, and that we're done with in a very short period of time. And in fact, the market has proven that that is the case, because every time that Trump has engaged in anything that would be even resemble any type of conflict, does the stock market go down? Is there uncertainty? Yes. But is there the same level of uncertainty as other presidencies? And are we enthralled in these types of non-ending endeavors? No, we're never. It's never been the case under Trump.
Well, number one, I genuinely appreciate your service. Number two, I mean, again, I'm obviously that's yet to be seen, and I also think that the stock market reacts indifferently to Trump partly because I think I think there's some
It's a
art.
Trump factor. It's already priced in.
Well, I
I
think
agree
there's.
with you there.
Well, I was going to say I think there's some argument that people don't believe. They don't believe that if he's going to follow. I don't think people really believe he'll ever follow through on an action that could be, at least in this context, seen as negative toward the market. I think tariffs are a really good example of this. Like the market reacts far differently when Donald Trump, says on True Social, Canada posted a negative ad about me, so I'm ripping up our trade deal because, the first
Gotcha.
round, those
No,
first round
I
of,
get that.
of tariffs were obviously so negative for the stock market, and then people realize
They
like,
know he's going to back off.
right. And so I think that there's probably some similarity to the
I
here.
always refer to it as the Trump factor because, like, if you've actually followed the markets, like, ever since Trump came into office, volatility has been elevated to an extent which is completely illogical. And I attribute that to the Trump factor because of the fact that Trump is in office. They're not comfortable on the same level that they would have otherwise been because they simply don't know what's going to happen tomorrow.
Not a great factor. Not a great
I'm just
quality.
saying
Not
that that is the truth.
it is the truth. I was just going to say not a great quality to have in a leader.
Well, I'm just saying I'm not blindly supporting Trump, but when it comes to the other options, I'm definitely going to support him as opposed to the other options that we have. So I definitely like the idea of Trump as opposed to a Biden or a Kamala Harris. Like like by a magnitude of tenfold. Even though we have more volatility, the uncertainty, even though it does bring things that we didn't anticipate, I think it brings more beneficial factors to the country than it does negative factors.
Interesting. Okay, well, listen. Although we went back and forth, and you were generally respectful. I apologize if I got a little heated there. Let me cycle a few people up just because it's already 1:30. I just started live, so I've eventually got to go to sleep. So let me try to get a couple people up, and you're welcome back anytime. And again, I do appreciate your service.
Thanks, bro. Have a good one.
You're welcome. You too. All right, Chad. We got to go to the next. We got to go to the next caller here. We've got to. And not because I didn't want to keep talking to that guy, but I'm also like, dude, gotta get through a couple people because it's already 1:30 in the morning. Probably a good thing, right? Double tap the screen, everyone. Great to see you. Appreciate each and every one of you. I mean, oh my God, guys, the election stuff is not good. Not good, folks. Yo, Dark Sunray. Post it. The dangerous one. I literally wrote that in my phone. I bet you'll love to see their faces again. I mod for them. I emailed you too. Keep an eye out for it. Bring that fire. Can we get $1 million for Dark Sunray? I promise. I got you. $5. I really appreciate that. Huge W's. Also, David, respect from a boomer. $20 on the YouTube super chat. David, thank you so much for being here, for watching, for supporting in that way. I never take that for granted. I'm just so, again, thankful that I have people watching me. So I appreciate you so much, David. Truly, we get some W's for David and Dark Sunray. David, you're not a boomer. My dad was born in 63. I think Gen X starts in 64. Boomer starts in 63. So I always call my dad a boomer. And then he goes on these hilarious things where he's like, well, technically, he's like, I don't consider myself a boomer. I'm a transitional. I'm like, a transitional. He's like, yep, that's right. If you were born between two, like if he was born in 63 and Gen X started at 64, he's like, I'm allowed to consider myself both, or I can consider myself like a transitional, like in between. Like I don't really feel, he's like, so I'm not a boomer. I'm like, right. All right. That sounds like a whole lot of cope to me, buddy. It is funny when he goes on those rants though. Boomer starts at 65. A cusp. Yeah, a cusp. Gen X is 60. Wait a second. Gen X starts at 65. Oh, this guy's not even close. He can't even make that claim. Someone says exit 60. All right, we're gonna. I got you, Uriah. We're gonna let up a Trump supporter. Been lying to his dad. The cusp. Yeah, the cusp. That's what my dad's always going on, the cusp. We're gonna let up someone else. Double tap screen. I really have to use the bathroom though. Okay, so give me like literally 2 seconds, Chad. Stay here, double tap the screen, spam some hearts for me. Keep the morale high, and we'll let up a Trump supporter, I promise. All right. 30 seconds. We're back, folks. We're back. All right. Let's let a Trump voter up here. If you're a Trump supporter, you let me know in the comments down below. And I was going to say, Illinois, your primary is tomorrow. Okay, last day to vote. Okay, the election's tomorrow. Last day to vote. Go out there. Your Senate candidate needs to be Juliana Stratton. And if you need to know who to vote for in Illinois, if you're in Illinois, there's a link in my link tree for Sway, and also on YouTube. You guys should join my Sway voting group. It's actually kind of a cool new voting app. It's I don't think it's an app yet. I think it's still a website. This is not sponsored. I genuinely just very much enjoy Sway, and I filled out my ballot for Illinois, who I believe people should vote for in any given race, and in certain popular races in Illinois. So join my Sway voting group, okay? I'm almost at like 100 people, and I want to be like the best there, okay? All right, if you're a Trump supporter, let me know. Uriah. Can't figure out how to use it. No. Why? Hello?
What's up?
What's up, howdy? It's a wonderful thing.
25.
All right. Why do you like Trump?
Yeah, can you give me 1 second? I'm just gonna put my headphones on.
Mm-hmm. I guess proud Illinois. That's right. That's right, Darns. That's right. Happy. Oh, it's St. Patrick's Day. I guess that's true.
Are you're able to hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, so basically I'm pro-life, so I voted for Trump just because he supports those policies more so than Harris.
Okay. That's it. That's like the main reason. Bro,
Pretty
TJ,
much,
I
yeah.
love you. Can we get 1,000,000 W's for TJ? $20 on the YouTube super chat. I'm going to contribute to your Celsius habit. It's probably a bad idea at this point, but I love you so much, TJ. Thank you, genuinely. I appreciate that. It means the world. Holy shit, you're amazing. Huge W's in the chat. Okay. Really quickly, do you know what the maternal mortality rate is in the United States?
Not off the top of my head, no.
Okay. Again, TJ, truly huge W's. Thank you so much. Okay. Do you know what like the maternal mortality rate means?
Yeah.
Okay. What does it mean?
It's the rate at which mothers have passed away giving birth or due to pregnancy complications, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Shortly before birth, while pregnant, during birth, or shortly after birth. So the United States has the highest maternal mortality rate in the developed world. And in southern states, according to the CDC, and in southern states, that the maternal mortality rate is significantly higher. So Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi, Tennessee, Texas, etc. I think a lot of, at least some of that certainly can be attributed to pro-life policies being in place and making it much harder for women to access basic health care, for women to find a doctor, and when women are pregnant and want to give birth are having awful outcomes because, when they are not doing well, for example, they need help. Doctors are much less willing to help them because they're scared of potentially the hospital's at risk of lawsuits. They're at risk of, getting charged with felonies, etc. So I'm curious before we go any further what you think of that, or if you were aware of that.
Yes, I am aware of it, and I'm not for it. Like, I don't think it should be. Was that in reaction to the thing, or?
The gift, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Mallory.
Yeah, I mean, I think that we should find ways to mitigate this so that if the woman's life is at risk, her life should be prioritized over the fetus, but I don't think this should in turn lead to it being legally permissible in elective cases.
Okay, but you're voting for people who have never cared to talk about that or do anything about it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that's a good thing, but I also think that comparatively speaking, a lot more children are passing away from ABs rather than, in this case, which again, ideally, I would want the laws to be in place to where mothers are able to get ABs if their life is at risk, but
Yeah, right. And ideally, you can sit on top of the little little throne and tell the women, the subjects that actually have to deal with this type of stuff, what the law should and shouldn't be. Ideally, of course, because again, as half of counties in Georgia don't have an OBGYN and women are driving well over an hour to see a primary care doctor. I talked to a woman who was on her third pregnancy and her OBGYN she'd seen for the first two closed shop. So, those women have to deal with the stress and the struggle and the death and hardship that comes with that. But, you can say, you know what, I just, it's just like, I just don't prefer it. It's not great. So that's good. That's really awesome. Yeah, again, like I don't think the government, even being a Democrat in a perfect world, I don't think the government as its form should be expanded currently. But if there's about 5 amendments to the Constitution and a functioning democracy, then the government should be much larger. And even as a large government Democrat, I certainly don't believe that the government has any role to play in healthcare decisions. And so I just think, again, it's being implemented incredibly poorly. It puts a lot of stress on our doctors, and it's getting women killed. And these laws are being written by people who are not doctors. And I think that, I just don't see a moral issue with letting women decide what they do with their own bodies, regardless of if you agree or disagree with it.
Yeah, I mean, if I were to respond to that, like, I guess the problem for me is it's not
Aaron,
just
thanks for the dinosaur.
not just their bodies that are being like affected in especially in the elective cases. Like I wouldn't see it as a healthcare procedure per se. I think that's somewhat begging the question.
Okay, well, a couple things here. Number one, again, when the laws are being implemented and good doctors are closing shop because of the laws, it is certainly, it is healthcare, but it's certainly having, even if you don't believe it's healthcare, it's having a massive effect on healthcare because women can't find doctors to get basic healthcare. That's number one. And again, we're seeing scenarios where women are pregnant who want to be pregnant who end up dying because doctors don't want to help them. What was I going to say past that? Yeah. Do you believe that there should be exceptions for anything?
Yeah, I think I said it a little earlier, but I think life of the mother should be an exception.
Okay. Well, it's not. Do you think anything else should be an exception?
Yeah, I would say grape should be an exception.
Great. It's not. Anything else?
Nope.
I would just argue you're not really like besides that, like, should it be banned at conception?
Yeah, I would say so.
Why?
Why? I mean,
And
I don't.
also, I want to quickly point out, I think again, this is just like a generally gross conversation for us to be having, especially like just two guys chopping it up on TikTok Live about this, and also exceptions for grape. Let's make women, more than half of which don't even tell anyone about such a tragic, horrible event in their life that I think at this point the president certainly plays a role in the culture of. Let's make them go into a court of law and prove that this happened. I think that'd be an amazing idea.
Yeah, I mean,
Actually, it's very morally sound, just.
yeah, so I guess the reason why I think it's immoral is mainly because I don't see a relevant distinction between a fetus and a newborn.
Can I ask you a question real quick?
What's up?
You do these debates a lot?
Not really, no. Why?
How did you become passionate about this issue?
How did I become passionate about this issue?
Mm-hmm.
I guess I read philosophy, and then I used to be pro-choice, but I kind of just found the arguments for pro-life to make more sense.
Got it.
Well,
I agree with that.
can I
Jones.
ask you?
Yeah, so your statement was that you don't see a difference. Yeah, I see a difference because I think, again, obviously like 99.9% of abortions happening far earlier than the 23 to 24 week mark, I think at that point, there's, science would generally agree that fetus can feel pain, or have like a is sentient, have experiences, feel pain, etc. And so before that happens, I just don't see a reason to assign it any I don't see a reason for the government to get involved. And I think if science has agreed that it's not an immoral action because, it's just a clump of cells, then, who gives a fuck? Let women decide what they want to do.
Do you think science can make prescriptive claims?
Do I think science can? No, but I think that science can. Like, I think that, as I think that 100 years ago, we were, not 100 years ago, maybe 200 or 300 or 400 years ago, we were, bloodletting and people were dying. And now, we've advanced, and in 100 years we'll advance further. But I think that, again, twofold. Not only is this our best understanding of the ethics around this, but also, unless I don't believe that you can. I think the more important part that I will continue to hone on is that I think it's possible to believe that I actually believe it. I certainly believe it's possible, and I wish more people would hold the position that abortion is immoral, but accept that government, the way that our society is set up, it is not possible to have government effectively regulate it, and so therefore you can go be free and go yell with the bullhorn in public and scream in women's faces and tell them what to do about it, but don't that you should actually believe that the government shouldn't get involved with it because it leads to far more death and horrible outcomes for women again in these southern states. So yeah.
So just for the sake of linearity, because you kind of when you respond.
Appreciate being respectful. If you're a Trump supporter, you can let me know. No, I kicked him. He didn't run. I kicked him. I just think two things. Number one, I've said multiple times I'm not going to have these conversations unless a woman is up here. That's number one. Number two, again, I'm sorry, but I'm just sick of having conversations around an issue that is consistent. The realities of. I think that I occupy a space that is not. I do not have an interest in solely debating the ethics of an issue like this. And obviously, it's not to suggest that ethics are not incredibly important or a foundation for everything we do, but it feels as if nobody ever wants to discuss the realities of how these laws being implemented, because there's two parts to this. If we came to the conclusion that it was morally abhorrent, nobody ever wants to discuss the realities of how the laws are implemented and seems so willy-nilly to say, yeah, I mean, I knew the maternal mortality rate was bad. I knew these bad things are happening, and I don't think that's good. So whatever. And it's like, that's always like what I'm told. And it's always just like a dude being like, yeah, that sucks. It's like, bro, holy fucking shit. It's like, you don't need, like, there's no care for how the laws are implemented. It's like, you want to debate philosophy, and that's fine. That's fine. Go pour your heart out. It's just like, I'm interested in talking about how the government implements laws. And I just think it's like it's not productive, and I think it's really bad for, again, women who have to deal with not having doctors. I've never had a problem and not been able to see a doctor, bro. I don't know, dude. It's just fucking frustrating. And again, I think ethics has its place. Yo, that's very kind. Who said that? PK. I appreciate it. It's very, I think, again, it has its place. People always be like, oh, you run for these conversations, you this. I'm like, bro, I just feel so, it feels unnecessary to me to have screaming conversations into the void on TikTok Live about the ethics of abortion. At least we could get somewhere if we could talk about how those laws are implemented and how the United States has the highest maternal mortality rate in the world, and how even if you were to come to the conclusion that it's immoral, that it's not being implemented in the right way, but no one cares about that, which always suggests to me, you don't really give a fuck about this issue. How easy was it for me to be told, oh, yeah, that sucks, we should write the laws better? You've never had a discussion around it. You've never done anything about it. You're not advocating for anybody to do anything about it. So it's again, I've read so many stories of women who are pregnant, who want to give birth. I just spent a long time reading another story. I believe this was a police officer, and I believe, I want to say it was in Georgia, but of a woman who had heart issues before she got pregnant, was, heart rate was like 190, went to the doctor. They made a decision to essentially not try to fix her heart rate and send her home because they claim there's a risk of pregnancy, even though that's probably not true. It was a bad decision. Sent her home. Spent a few days like that. Went to another doctor. They, didn't really do anything. Sent her home. And then she was texting her partner like, I don't think I can make it through 9 months of this. Like my heart is always exploding out of my chest. Like, and so she went to, I guess, a third doctor and made a comment about potentially aborting the pregnancy because she was in fear for her life. And the doctor basically didn't do anything and directed her to a hospital. The hospitals directed her outside because, again, nobody wants to take the risk in these environments of potential lawsuits, potential criminal risk. And we see that a lot when women are saying, my life's at risk. They're kind of bounced around. Oh, go to this person. And then the hospital says, oh, we don't do abortions here. Go to, this clinic and then that clinic. And so she couldn't find help. She served our communities, couldn't find help. And one day her husband woke up and, came home. He came home from work, I believe, and was doing stuff and was calling her name, and then went into the bedroom, and she was face down, cold, dead, died from the heart condition that no doctor would solve. That she texted about how it was going to take her life, but no one would help her. So, yeah, fuck me, right? But again, who gives a fuck how these laws are fucking implemented? Who gives a fuck? What's supposed to be the greatest country on earth. Such moral people who spend their time fucking debating on TikTok Live about the philosophy of any given subjects. Let's just count her. It's a numbers game. Let's just count her based on all the versus all the fucking fetuses that, my fucking ethics class told me were alive. It's like, bro, what the fuck? I refuse to accept that we're supposed to be the greatest country on earth and women are dying at a rate so incredibly high from lack of access to healthcare. We're the greatest country on earth, but we have the highest maternal mortality rate in the developed world? Really? Nice. That's fascinating to me. If you're a Trump supporter, you can let me know. I'll bring you up. I love Trump. I have a feeling this is a troll.
When are we getting a Dean Pup Cup, bro? You need to be like Dean. Do the Pup Cup on stream.
How old are you?
I'm 17.
All right, bro. You need to stop watching Dean Withers and you need to go to class, bro. You need to go, I don't know. It's like your junior year of high school, my guy. Lock in. Apply to some colleges or something. I don't know. If you're a Trump supporter, let me know. Hello?
Howdy, y'all.
Howdy?
Man, okay, dude, I'm 22, but don't even play, dude. Born 2004, man. Stop playing.
You like Trump?
I mean, why do you think I joined? Use your brain, man. Come on.
Has
Trump
to be.
supporter for life.
Has to be a troll. There's no way.
I'm not, that's disrespectful, man. Why are you smiling? What is there to smile about?
That's actually a good question.
22 going on 40. I saw that comment. Take that back.
All right. If you're a Trump supporter, you can let me know in the comments. Double tap the screen. Appreciate everyone being here. If you haven't joined my Sway voting group, there's a link in my link tree. Please go join. It'd mean like the entire world to me, please. I can't figure out a way to grow my Sway. It's making me sad. Oh, thanks, Izzy. I actually really appreciate that. It's kind of the first day in a while I didn't really put anything in it, so it's not like it's kind of down. It's just kind of everywhere. But I appreciate that. It truly means the world. You're the GOAT, some say. Many people. Rira, thanks for the $1. Appreciate you so much. Hey, I started writing cooking some W's. What a great individual. Hey, I started writing a research paper about Project Esther. And I believe it's something that you may find interesting researching. Keep up the remarkable work. That's interesting. I haven't heard of this. I will research this. Thank you for mentioning it. Thanks for making me a mod, and thanks for making me a mod and always going later. Be safe. Yo, thank you so much, Rio. Can we get some W's for Rio Raya? I appreciate you so much. I'm going to look this up. This is interesting. I'm not. A national strategy to combat anti-Semitism? Initiated by the Heritage Foundation in October 2024. Designed to combat what it defines as a, quote, Hamas support network operating within the United States. Use tools like the RICO Act to target pro-Palestinian organizations as terrorist support networks, identifying and deporting non-U.S. citizens, including students who participate in pro-Palestinian protests. Wow. This will be good for Donald Trump and the goons to write up the executive orders. This is just giving a tremendous amount of power to the executive branch. Opponents describe the project as authoritarian Red Scare tactic designed to suppress free speech, peaceful protest, and dissent. That seems about right. Best hair in the debate game. I don't know about it. Yo, Uriah, I appreciate mentioning it. And yeah, I love that. If you're a Trump supporter, let me know in the comments. It's easier to bring you up that way. I'm sorry, Tess. I'm sorry. I can't fix my cash. You're very kind. Truly, I appreciate you. I can't fix my Cash App. I'm banned for life, dude. And I don't even know what I did. I remember. It's because they said that I was engaged in this was like 2 years ago. They said I was engaged in like it was like gambling. So I violated some insane terms of service that I definitely didn't violate because I never used Cash App. I only ever used Cash App at that time for live. And I was like, what the fuck? And so I tried to reach out to support, and they were like, nah, it's just perma-banned. And then, if I sign up again, I get insta-perma-banned. So I'm like, I don't know. Yeah, when I talked to Cash App, they were just like, nah, it's for life, no debates. I'm like, all right, fucking jeez. You guys, wow. It's a horrible thing. Oh my God, my first live. Yo, Michael Woods, thank you for being here. I appreciate you so much. My first live with you, Chris. For once, my insomnia problem is a good thing. Almost 3 a.m. here. Oh, I'm so sorry. Sleep can be a real struggle. It's been a real struggle for me lately. I really appreciate you being here. Truly. Can we get some W's for, I believe that's Michael Woods, but Woods in the chat, I appreciate you so much. Truly. Huge W. I note, I have another phone number. I tried that. Insta-banned. I'm telling you, it's because the name. I can't, what... I do hate to sleep, bro. I was talking to somebody, a beautiful individual, just the other day. I don't remember the last time I slept a full night, through. I don't remember the last time I slept more than 4 or 5 hours without waking up. And just when I wake up and then I have to stay up for 30 minutes, I go back to bed. Now the only time I can get really deep sleep is in the middle of the day. I'll try to sleep all night and I'll only sleep 4 hours and it's really light. And then in the middle of the day, if I sleep, I'll fucking, I don't move an inch. And I'm, having the craziest dreams. I give up. I don't even give a fuck no more. It's impossible, bro. The worst part, yeah, dude, the worst part, like I said, the worst part is how much sleep really affects everything you do. It affects it affects everything. And that's, truly the only justification. At this point, it makes more sense in my life if this is how things are going. And then in reality, I should try really hard to fix this, but it makes more sense to take those naps in the middle of the day and dream really hard and get hard sleep because then my mind is way clearer. And to make videos about politics for a living, I have to have a rather clear headspace to do so and think logically. And so when I don't get sleep, I just can't do shit. I mean, I can, but I'm ass at it. Yeah. I'm pretty ass at it when I do get sleep, but hey. Okay, that person didn't want to join. If you're a Trump supporter, let me know. I will say this for anyone out there. I got a sleep mask recently, and it actually really does help. If you go buy a sleep mask for $5. Work a 4 to 12 shift, and my sleep schedule is worse than it's ever been. Ouch, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, Isaiah Martin. Isaiah fucking Martin. I love you. My lashes don't allow for a sleep mask? That doesn't. Is that how that doesn't? When I think about that, it doesn't make sense in my head because I'm like, aren't your lashes just like they're not even like touching the mask, right? Because it's like kind of, or maybe they're wait, what? But even if it presses your I don't understand. They curl up. Can't you just like uncurl them later? I don't know how this works. You're talking about like if your lashes are real and they're really long, or if you have like, I don't get it. Can't you just like if your lashes are like let's say like really long, and you have like very glowing lashes, and then they get fucked up? Can't you just like shower and they go back to normal or something? I don't really be knowing anything about eyelashes, bro. Isaiah, buddy, she's gonna win. She's gonna win. She is gonna fucking win. So if you have so how often do you replace fake Isaiah? Can we get some W's for Isaiah Martin? Lash extension. So how long do lash extensions like last? Like how if you have like lash extensions, like you fucking put them in or whatever, then like how long do they stay on? Like weeks? 2 weeks? Oh, so then if you put the mask on, then like they like get like unstuck or like they fall off or some shit, and then it's just kind of like a waste, right? Oh, okay, that actually does make sense. Okay, I get it now. I feel like there's got to be masks out there that like just cup like this, so then they're not touching your eyes, but they're just like like goggles almost. If you're a Trump supporter, let me know. Sleep comes before lashes. Yeah, I kind of agree with that, but also like I'm a dude, so like I don't know. I mean, sometimes beauty is pain, but I don't know. I just kind of forget I'd be having eyelashes. My wife has a sleep. Yeah, look. Someone says, "Look how fucking genius I am." I'm also really humble, as you can tell. Yes, they have them. My wife has a sleep mask that cups. Yeah. See, it's like I'm a brilliant individual. I'm just kidding. Earplugs work for me. Dark Sunray says. My mother gets her eyelashes every 2 weeks. I should. I like noise when I sleep. I play like rain noises, and then I have like a fan on high, and then I play like explosions in the background and shit. All right, are there any Trump supporters awake still, or y'all are gone? Am I married? No. I was reading. I'm not married, bro. I was reading the chat. I am not married. Oh my,
Bro. Maori.
buddy.
Chris.
Dude, Isaiah, I was just telling the chat, bro. I'm nervous. I know she's gonna win. I know. I'm nervous though, bro. Listen, bro. Please, she's gotta win, dude. She's gotta win tomorrow.
Bang, bang, bro.
Bro, I always be seeing your content. I know you posted something very recently. I haven't looked at it, but oh man,
bro. If Stratton wins tomorrow, what are we gonna do, bro?
Bro,
what are we gonna do,
buddy? If Stratton wins tomorrow, dead ass, like I'm gonna be FaceTiming you taking shots in the bar. Okay, I'm not. No, and that is not an exaggeration. That is not an exaggeration. I am getting so lit tomorrow night if Juliana Stratton wins the fucking Senate primary, dude.
Should we
happy,
pour
bro.
one out for Raja?
We have to.
Should we pour one? We're gonna have to pour one out for Raja.
We're gonna have to. We're gonna have no choice. I'm gonna go live on TikTok. Yeah, you better go out. We're talking about Juliana Stratton in Illinois, the beautiful lieutenant governor who's going to win the Senate primary, be the next senator from Illinois.
I'm so hyped, bro. I can't, dude.
Mine too.
I just gotta say, bro, for all the people that talk shit about you, bro, for not being on the ground, for not doing the work, bro, you were Stratton day one from the very beginning. You were always there. You were cooking, bro.
We need some massive W's in the chat for Juliana Stratton, for Juliana Stratton too, but I meant to say for Isaiah Martin. I actually appreciate that so much. I have really put in a lot of work to this campaign, and oh man, dude, I want her to win so bad,
bro.
I want her to lie, dog. So
you've been cooking from day one.
I've been trying, man. I've been fucking trying. I interviewed her in the studio. I made a TikTok with her and Senator Warren. I'm fucking retweeting when I can. I'm fucking talking to people in the Illinois community. I'm like, guys, there is no question about this race. Juliana Stratton is the one.
Bro, do you see this comment in the chat, bro?
Who?
Is it true you take girls to Waffle House as a date and make them pay? What kind of fake news is that?
Y'all got Waffle House in? You're in a. I don't know what you've told on the internet. Y'all got Waffle House in Texas though.
On the East Coast, where I currently am, we do not have Waffle House.
So that was directed toward me. You know, it'd be in Georgia. Someone said I heard that. Who said this?
Hey, man, that's
Never
fake
one time
news.
have I gone to a Waffle House for a day, bro. Come on now. Sean Harris in Georgia. That's
Fake
true too.
news.
It's fake news. It's the fakest of news. How has it been on the East Coast?
It's cold, bro. It's cold. Trying not to get hit by an Iranian missile, but you know, hey,
Well, okay.
we're safe.
Wow.
We're safe.
Wow. That
We're
was
safe.
that was quite the segue, Isaiah. Well, it's true. Well. Don't you guys have some like mad severe weather about to?
It's
When
pretty
is-
cold. Not gonna lie.
Wait,
It's 25.
Did the severe weather already happen?
Huh?
Did the severe weather already happen?
I don't know. I just got off the plane like 20 minutes ago, and it was.
Wait.
It's like
Plane to where?
I came back to the East Coast. I was in Texas for a few days.
Oh, okay. So now you're back. Okay. I didn't
Yeah,
realize you
I'm
were in
back.
Texas for a few days.
Yeah.
Okay, because I heard there was going to be. It was last night. Okay, then you're good. I thought there was very very high. I don't know. I think no, because there was a lot of severe weather last night, but I think it's now moving toward your area, and
Yeah.
you got to be careful, Isaiah. Tornadoes, missiles. Well,
Yeah.
we might have to be looking into it. We're gonna look into it very closely.
I don't know what we're gonna do. You know, currently I spend the weekends in Texas, and
Oh,
you
okay.
know, it keeps me a little bit safe because where I'm at, Chris.
It's not
I
safe.
don't know.
It's not safe.
I don't know.
I went there. I walked there. I said, "Wow, this is not a safe place." I was looking.
It's not safe.
It's not safe. There's people everywhere. Gangs. Sorry.
Violent criminals. in the streets.
Violence. Oh man, I gotta pull up to said location soon, man.
Yeah, you got to pull up, bro.
Buddy, I hope you know genuinely two things. Number one, I would smack you in Topgolf, and number two, you or I genuinely mean this. You or Josh, like fried in basketball, like no chance.
Bro, stop, bro.
I'm so serious.
Bro,
It would not be close.
I'm like,
We could
bro,
film the
I am
whole
literally
thing.
I am literally a foot taller than you, dog. What are you talking about?
A foot taller than me,
bro,
buddy.
Come on, dog.
Buddy, how tall are you?
I'm 6'4".
You are not, bro.
Now, Chris.
You are
is trying to
not.
talk his shit.
You are not 6'4",
Now Chris
bro.
is trying to talk
You
his
are not.
shit, bro.
You are not 6'4".
I am 6'4", bro.
Yeah, all right. You're 6'4". I'm 6'8", and I play for the Lakers. Let's keep making shit up. This is fun.
You know
Your
what?
turn now.
You know what, Chris?
6'4",
You know what,
buddy.
Chris?
I've met you. You're like 6'2".
You know what? I am willing to put money on this, bro.
I'll put
And
$100. Ones and
Okay.
twos to 15.
fine.
No.
That's fine.
Ones and twos to 15.
you know what? Why don't we do this? For your $100, right? Mm-hmm. I'll make it interesting for the internet.
Chris is 5'2".
For every $100 that Chris puts up, I'll put up 1,000. That's right.
You got it.
That's right. That's how confident I am, Chris. That's how confident I am.
For every 100, you'll put up You got money like
if
that?
you put no, I'm just that confident, bro. I'm that confident.
I'll put up $500.
Bro, okay, 5,000. Let's get it.
So you're telling me winner?
run it.
You're telling me right now. You're telling me
that
right now.
confident, bro.
You're telling me right now.
You ain't beat me, bro.
A basketball 1-on-1, ones and twos to 15. Winner takes $5,500.
Yeah, because I'm just gonna go and take your $500. That's just how it's gonna be.
Shake on it right now.
Let's go.
Wow. Okay. Wow. All right.
Let's do it.
Then it's settled. So be it.
Let's do it.
Now, when I'm
You
in
know
DC,
what?
when I'm in DC, I'm bringing like my shit. I'll have shorts on me. I'll be ready to hoop. And we're recording the whole thing.
And you know what?
Isaiah,
Chris?
you do not. Isaiah, I'm gonna feel if you. Isaiah,
give
can I
it-
speak? Excuse me. I'm speaking.
Oh, okay, my bad.
When you have to Venmo me $5,000, I'm gonna feel like a piece of shit. Okay, maybe you should. I don't know if I'm gonna feel very good about that.
That's a Venmo you will never get, Chris. That
Buddy.
is a Venmo you will never get.
Yeah. Who does this kid think he is? You ever seen?
I'm ready, Chris.
You ever-
I'm ready, Chris. I don't think you've seen me hoop, bro.
You've never seen me hoop either, though.
I don't need to, bro. Some things you just not, and I love you, Chris.
No,
I
I
love you,
want you to.
Chris.
I want you to. Oh my God, Harry. Wait, I want you to elaborate. I want you to elaborate on this further, please. Some things you don't need to see. Please, go ahead.
Bro, there's some things
What?
you just know.
So what? Why? How do you know this about me? Please.
I will dunk on you, Chris. Like, straight up.
You ever played? Like you played basketball in high school or anything?
No.
Okay, thank God.
Hey, you
Isaiah, listen, Harry. I just want to point out. Isaiah said that for every $100 I put up against him in basketball, ones and twos to 15. Every $100 I put up, he puts up another 1,000. So he just shook that. I'll give him $500. He'll put in 5,000. Winner takes $5,500 for a game of basketball. And I would destroy. You know this, Harry. I would kill Isaiah.
Let me just say something, and Chris can't even refute this. First of all, I was filming something. I get a call from my girlfriend. She says, Chris is on live betting $5,000. I had to
Oh my God, bro! Actually, you know
I had to
what?
come see what was going on. Let me just
What
point
an
it out.
op! That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say anything else. I shouldn't talk about this publicly, but what an op! What an op! I know this individual well. What an op!
Let me just point out an objective truth, and you will both disagree with me. I cook both of you in basketball, number one. And-
Isaiah, I've seen this dude play.
What?
I've seen this dude play. It's a disaster. It's a
Chris,
disaster.
just remind me, what happened when we played in Vegas? Who won?
I'm no,
damn.
Isaiah, it wasn't. Trust me, bro. Trust me. It was a fluke. It was a fluke. It was a fluke. It was a
Well,
fluke.
first and foremost, let's just talk. I mean, let's just be objective.
I
here.
wasn't trying. Harry, I'm pretty sure you said quote after the game. You're like, you're way better at basketball than me. Did you not say that?
And that's exactly where I'm going with this. So basically, I think when it comes to Isaiah versus Parn, I mean, that's just bullying at that point. It's just bullying. It would just not be nice. I mean,
Yeah,
Parn
he's
would get
cooked.
like posterized and then run out of DC, brother. I mean, he'd get put on a poster.
Facts. That's fair.
That's first and
fair.
foremost.
He's getting shacked.
Well, exactly right. That's perhaps the truth. But then when it comes to Chris versus Isaiah, what I will say about Maori is that he's accurate and he has tremendous handling. His handles are fantastic. And Chris, I think I'm right in saying that. Isn't that right?
He's got handles. He's
got handles and he can shoot really well. The problem with when Chris and I
Really?
played, I won by like 2 points or whatever. It was like a bad game. We were also like on the way to Kamala Harris's rally, so we didn't want to get super sweaty.
Thank you for mentioning this.
So even though all I did was like post up and I would just like basically back up into him.
So Harry, think about it. You posted this man up, bro. What the hell am I supposed to do to Chris, bro?
Well, look,
Isaiah, Harry. Isaiah says he's 6'4".
low key Isaiah's pretty tall, bro.
Bro, is this guy
Thank
6'4"?
He's not, hey, listen,
you.
he's maybe not 6'4", but
Bro.
he's a tall guy.
I don't know that you're
Tall guy.
6'4", big dog.
Y'all have met in person, haven't you?
You guys have
Yes.
I've met Isaiah many times.
What you talking about?
I just
went to
feel like
baseball
I just
game.
feel like I don't remember Isaiah being. I have another friend who's like 6'4", and he seems like I don't know. I don't think of Isaiah as 6'4".
Okay, wait a second. I gotta clear something up. I am with shoes on.
Oh my god.
Okay,
All
all
right.
right.
Yeah.
With shoes
Well,
on.
with motherfucking
Caveat.
with heels on, with motherfucking heels on, man. Get this guy out there.
Caveat.
It's a big caveat. I'm sorry.
And 3/4 with shoes on. It counts.
It does not count. It does.
Counts.
It
counts.
Thanks for the money. I appreciate it.
it does not. It does not count. It does not count.
Oh.
And but Isaiah, you don't want to hear this, but the truth prevails. You would have a hard time against Chris. You would posterize Parn. It wouldn't even be close. I think anybody with a brain can know that. He talks shit. He says, "Oh, I want to play you." He doesn't want the smoke. But when it comes to Chris, that might be a tight game.
Oh no.
You ever seen Isaiah play basketball? Harry?
Nah.
I've never seen Isaiah. I don't
okay.
know, bro.
I've never seen Isaiah play
basketball.
nice. Josh is trash.
nice.
Josh is trash. Too.
My brother is better than me.
Josh can get the
My
smoke
brother's
too.
better.
Josh can get the
No,
smoke
bro.
You
do
can't
not,
do that.
do not challenge Josh and put money on that thing.
I
Yeah,
can't-
you don't want to do that.
What about a 2v2?
Oh, see that.
Oh, we can do that.
What about 2v2? But I mean, but
You know
are
what?
we
Come on,
talking?
Sisson. Come on,
We're talking
Sisson.
about me and Chris?
Chris and I,
You and Chris.
excuse me, the Biden boys,
All up top.
Harry and Chris, the Biden boys.
Bro,
Why
if
not?
you do you and Chris, and you do me, and let's say, man, shit, just give me Parn, bro. If you give me and Parn, bro. we're
Aaron
cooking y'all,
Parnas,
bro.
you want the
Bro.
break? So you're telling me the breaking news guy Isaiah Martin versus the Biden boys, bro?
That's right, bro. That's how confident I am, bro. I just need somebody to sit in the corner, bro, and shoot. That's all I need.
Listen,
That's all I
okay. I mean,
need.
brother. I mean, you might as well not have him then. If you need somebody to shoot, I mean, what's the point of having him out there? What are you gonna shove him in the corner?
I've never seen Parnas. I've never seen Parnas. I'm about to go in the group chat and talk shit. I've never seen Parnas play basketball, but
Like, hold on.
I can
Just
assure you it's not pretty.
If
Not a
any
pretty-
of you, if any of you don't know Parn, like, what sports do you think this dude played in high school? I'm going with like curling, bro. This dude's not doing anything. This
Okay,
dude-
in his defense, he did play tennis. So
All right.
he's got some lateral movement. He's got
Lateral.
some lateral movement, you know.
He knows
got,
the la-
playing and being good at are two different things. He might have played tennis, brother, but I don't see that
Golly.
dude getting across the court.
Come on. Come
For the
on.
record, I love Parn. Parn's a great guy.
Aaron
But,
Parnas, he's breaking news.
Parn is a great gentleman. But, you know, being great and being great at sports are two different things. I put it this way: like, is there anybody in the group chat that Parn could lock up on like a route? Like, if
No.
if send anybody a slant,
You.
Okay, Chris.
me.
No. Harry, he's locking up.
Oh.
Chris, number one, if you tried to cover me as a corner, you would get burned so badly, and it wouldn't even be close. I'm going, and I will tell you my route. I'll tell you, I'm going deep over the top, and you will not be able to stop it, brother. So that's number one. But number two,
I'm going deep over
That's
the top,
crazy, bro.
buddy.
the
Oh
idea
my
that
God.
Parn could lock me
Blah
up. the
blah
idea-
blah 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 blah, bro.
You know what? Let's run it. I will go to DC simply to watch this happen.
Buddy, you're
And-
not
and
leaving
Bro, we
New
can
York
make this
City.
happen.
You never leave New
We
York
can
City.
make,
You
shit,
never
I'll
leave
pull
New
up to
York
New
City.
York, bro. I will pull up to
Oh,
New York,
God
bro.
damn it.
We can make this shit happen.
Yeah, talk
So
about-
what's your excuse, Chris? I will hop on the Amtrak right now, bro.
Buddy, I don't have a fucking Amtrak to New York. I'm in Chicago, and unlike many other people in this call, I'm not. How do I put
Yep.
this? Well,
Go ahead.
I'm not
Yeah, say
drowning in
Chris.
cash. I'm not drowning in cash. I have no
no.
money.
Please,
I cannot
please.
I cannot
Oh,
catch
this
a
is-
flight. I have many other things
Me and
to
Harry
do.
are being absolutely defamed. This is
This is straight defamatory. The idea of rolling in cash is not true. I wish, Chris. We are not like other people in this field, but I
There's
won't name names.
many other people.
Chris, I would have been.
Someone
if
said
I
Biden
was rolling in
2028.
cash,
Biden 2028,
I would
older
be at
and
the
wiser.
Oscars.
Wait,
I would have been at the Oscars.
you would have been at
Chris.
the Oscars? You would have
If I
won.
had that much cash, bro,
Can you just like be going to that?
I think that's how that works.
Really?
No, bro, you can't just go to the Oscars, man. Fuck you.
Oh, here he goes, his little East Coast elitist. He knows everything. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
East elitist.
No, go ahead. Tell us.
Harry knows because he's been. Harry knows.
Yeah, he's been.
It's
Harry's
crazy.
been.
It's crazy.
The
that
DNC
goes-
took him. The DNC
This
took
guy
him. They
goes
wouldn't
East
take me.
Coast elitist.
They wouldn't take me. They were like, "Oh, Harry, you want a friend there?" No, I can't take Harry's friends.
What about a tremendous Midwestern elitist, which is Chris Mowry, living in the beautiful
That
city of
is,
Chicago?
I just want to point out those three words. That phrase has never been ushered in the history of existence. A Midwestern
Right, we're making
elitist. We're making history.
Whoa.
All right, brother. Yeah.
It's the first time for everything.
Yeah, well, stay mad, Chris. Yeah, look at this dude. Look at this. Look at how dumb this dude
I'm
is.
getting
Just
more.
sitting there.
You guys keep talking.
Anybody-
I'm getting more water. Keep my live
All right, we're
entertained.
gonna talk so much shit about you. Get out of here, all right? Thank you. Oh my god, bro. No.
He's mad,
that-
Chris.
Let me
He's
tell
funny.
you what I also just remembered, and I have a video of this actually on my phone. Don't make me break out the video. Chris and I, when I was in Chicago about a year ago, a tremendous time, if people remember it. It was a tremendous time. And Chris and I played basketball in a basketball gym near him, and I won. We played like first to 3 or something, and I won. And it's on
You kicked
video.
his ass. This is on video. This is
It's
video.
on video.
I need to see
Have it
this.
in my camera roll.
I need to see this. I need to assess your jumper, Harry. I gotta assess your jumper.
Listen.
You might make me reassess getting Parn on the team if you got a nice jumper.
No. Excuse me. No, you locked it in, buddy. You said you can get the smoke. You said just put him in the corner and you'll
You know
do
what?
just
Fuck
fine.
it. You know what? Fuck it. Let's do it. Give me Parn Give me whoever you want. You know what? Give me Olivia Juliana.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Put Olivia Juliana in the game.
All right. How about this?
That's all I need.
All right. How about this? Ready? I got a fair matchup. Me? No.
Excuse me.
Isaiah, Parn, and Juliana versus me, Chris, and Josh.
I like this. I like this. I like this.
No.
I like this.
Isaiah, you just
I
said
like
you could
this.
have
No,
anybody on the
because
team,
Josh.
you win.
Okay, first off,
Josh is
my brother,
trash. Josh is trash.
My brother
trash.
will carry.
Trash.
No,
Trash.
no.
Trash. Trash.
My brother is
Where's
like
Josh,
a
man?
college
Can we get Josh
basketball
up here real
player.
quick?
No.
Trash. Trash.
No.
I'm texting Josh, man. Come on.
Trash. Trash. Someone said GT. Bro, get GT in there. GT's a little guy. He's
Man, GT.
he's got some muscle. I'll give him that, but he's a little guy.
GT
That's
has
my
a good
favorite
motor on him.
Bro, GT.
He's a motor guy.
Yeah, I know. GT. That's like one of my favorite people, by the way. I love that dude.
He's a motor guy.
That's
He's got a good motor.
that's a cool dude, man. Mateo, be safe. I appreciate you.
You know, and since we can just go get random people, let me just go get my influencer all-star team since we're going to do that, all right? Give me Josh Doss, all right? I got Josh Doss.
You're gonna take the fucking quarterback?
That's
No,
right.
No,
That's right.
That's not fair. You can't play professional
if you
sports.
Got my brother, then
How do you know Joshua Dobbs?
Because I know Josh.
You know Josh Dobbs.
Man, you talking about
Yes.
Josh as if it's casual. You're like, oh, I know Josh. You don't know Josh.
buddy.
I do know Josh.
Buddy, this is like when. Oh my.
All right.
This is
then
like
Chris
when-
and I get Jared McCain.
I agree. I know.
We get Jared. We
I
get
know.
because he's
I actually, I get this. I had a
Okay,
dude.
this is
I have a
ridiculous.
dude. I have a Saints. This is dead serious too. I have a Saints D lineman who likes some of my reels, who follows me. I don't know this Saints D. He's a starter. I know that. I don't know his name off the top of my head. I can go in my follows. I'm taking Saints D lineman. I'm sure he's great.
Yeah, we draft him.
If we're gonna do followers, then all right, then I got J.R. Smith. All right, J.R. Smith is yes. We're gonna.
You
pick
do not
J.R.
know
Smith.
that man.
Yes, I do.
You do not know that man.
Yes, I
We're
do.
just fucking talking
I
bull.
sure
We're just
do.
speaking bullshit now. You do not know that man.
I do know J.R. Smith.
Oh,
actually.
look at Harry Sisson. Look
Thank
at him.
you.
Guys, you've got to hear this. We have some amazing news. President Biden, and then Harry's like, I'm not going to say that. Sorry. You do not know J.R. Smith, bro.
Bro, I do know J.R. Smith.
How do you know
dog.
fucking J.R. Smith?
Because after Jubilee, J.R. Smith sent me a message and
Tom,
he was like, bro, you're tough.
no.
Bro, I'm so serious.
No.
Bro.
No.
Okay. All right.
Let me see it.
I
Let
just
me
made-
see it.
I made-
Send it to
I
me.
made the whole thing up.
Send it in the
Go look at his following list, bro.
just send it in the group
Go
chat.
look it up.
Just send it in the
Go
group
look it
chat.
up, bro.
Just send it in the
Go
group
look
chat.
it up.
You know who I want?
Go
You know who
look
I
it up.
you know who I want who's made an appearance on TikTok Live? Jeff Teague.
Oh.
Does anyone get the reference? No one.
He's been on your TikTok live?
No one gets it. It's a meme. It's a meme. Never mind.
It's Teague time?
Just never mind. Maybe people in the comments will get it. I think it's funny. It doesn't matter. Just ignore me. We'll talk about it later.
Is this Teague time?
It's Teague time. I'm from Atlanta, Isaiah. Teague time. No one gets this? No one gets the Teague? Damn, man.
You ain't funny, man.
Damn. I thought I'd get some laughs. Fucking fuck.
Teague time. Well, if we had to do an influencer lineup, you and Harry is definitely that's a solid backcourt. But again, give me Garrison.
You
Give
don't
me
get
Josh
Garrison.
Doss.
No, I'm not gonna allow that.
Who?
I'm not gonna allow that.
Wait, who?
What do you mean?
Who?
Why not?
Who's the 4 ahead of Shaq? I'm not gonna allow it. No.
What?
No.
What do you mean? Why
no.
not?
Block.
Why not?
Block. I blocked it.
Josh Doss and Garrison. Give me those two. And you give me after that. Give me
no.
fucking Parn, bro. Give me Olivia Juliana. I don't give a fuck. Put whoever the hell else on my squad, and we're cooking.
It's not happening.
Straight up.
No. We should do this though. This would be fun. We should make a whole video out of this.
Okay,
should.
I got one. Give me Westmore.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm accepting of that. I'm accepting that.
You can have one.
That's a
You can
guy.
have him.
That's a guy. Governor Moore's a guy who's actually 6'4". Unlike Isaiah, he's actually 6'4".
He's a big dude. He's
You know what?
6'4", he's actually a big dude.
Oh, give me Jared. Give me Jared Schultz. Give me Jared too. I got Jared too. All right.
Dude's.
You know what? No, look.
No,
No,
one,
look, no,
bro,
wait a
Jared
second.
Schultz cannot hoop, bro. No one gives
No,
a
he
damn
can't.
about.
Obviously, no. Look, obviously, Jarrett cannot hoop, but what he can do is get rebounds. He can clog up the paint. It's an influencer game. All right.
He can
And like I
clog
said,
up the paint.
that's all we
have
need.
Jared Schultz post up on Wes Moore. How do you think that's going to go? Wes Moore's
Bro,
going
Wes
to back
cannot
him.
hoop, bro. I love Wes, bro, but Wes Moore is a football player,
That
bro.
dude-
He's not a. He can't hoop.
Bro, all football
He's a
players,
football player.
all football players can hoop. You know this, bro.
It's basic.
That's
it's
not
quantum
true.
physics,
That-
bro.
that-
That's
That's-
how I know you can't hoop. That's how I know you can't hoop, Chris.
Bro,
right there. That is
I would-
how I know you can't hoop.
I should
Bro,
kick. I should kick
How
you
many-
right now,
Bro, how many NFL
bro. You know
players-
damn well. Most D1, especially most D1 football players or NFL players can hoop.
Hey,
No,
by the way,
I don't think that's true. They all play the same.
LeBron played football and he hooped. This is a common thing where people play
That's
both
LeBron
sports.
James.
Yeah, Harry, I can't back that one up. I can't back that. I cannot back that.
hold on,
But dude,
hold on.
I'm just saying, if you're at the top, if you are a D1 athlete and you play football, it's very likely that you've hooped at some point in the past. It's like you will be you at the bare minimum, you'll be like a decent basketball player. Like you could go run fives at YMCA and be decent. Like there's no way.
Okay, that's okay. Look, but in my opinion, I think all football players play relatively the same. The rebound guys, they are very good at defense, and that's the way they play. They're not
Okay,
like
even if
shooting,
that were true, like fine, that's all you need. Didn't you? You're taking fucking Jared Schultz, a dude who's like posting shirtless photos on TikTok all day because you said he'd clog up the lane. I can't get a D1 football player to clog up the lane, man. Fuck you, man.
Okay, fair enough. That's fair.
All up to my guy Jared. All up to my guy Jared.
No, we love
I'm
Jared.
honestly
We love
probably
Jared.
jealous I don't look like that dude. You know,
No, we love
That's
Jared.
fair.
I'm like
That's fair.
Walmart Jared Schultz, Harry and I.
Okay, well, fine. All right, so look. So
No,
y'all
I'm
got
not hating on
Wes
Jared. I
Moore.
know y'all love Jared. Everyone in the chat. Oh, Jared's so this, Jared's this. Yeah, I get it, bro. I wish I was
Jared's-
I wish I was
Jared's
6'2"
giving
and
a
jacked.
chance.
All right, I wish. Anyway.
Like I said, y'all got Wes, y'all got YouTube. All right, that's a good lineup. But again, I got me, I got Josh Stoss, I got Garrison, I got Parn and Olivia Giuliano. We good. That's all we need.
All right. We have
That's all we need.
Chris.
You got to pick a lady, guys. You got to pick a lady. You can stop being sexist. All right. You got to pick a girl to be on the squad.
Tremendous. We have me, Chris, Wes Moore, and who was the other? Who else did we pick? Oh, Josh. Give me Josh Martin. I want a brotherly rivalry, and then a lady. Who do we pick as a lady?
I'm gonna cancel you, Chris. Listen, excuse me. This is an influencer lineup. So let me no, quiet. Think very wisely about this.
Yeah, we have to get this right. We have to get this right.
You know who I'm taking?
Yeah.
We're taking Suzanne Lambert. Okay, we've met Suzanne Lambert many times in person.
Okay.
Feisty. That's what she'll be. Feisty. I don't know if Suzanne Lambert's ever played. You know, she went to UGA. I know that. I don't know if she's played sports. I don't know, but I know for a fact she's feisty.
You know what? This how no.
I know
Give me a backup.
Someone said
I got
Lysandra
two-
Vasquez.
That's what. That's
Fuck.
right. I got Lysandra.
No. I said it first. I said it first.
That's
We
my
get a
sixth
second.
man off the
No.
bench. That's my sixth man off the bench. Lysandra. I bet she
already
can
got.
hoop, bro.
No. We already
I
got.
bet she can hoop.
We already got quiet.
He said it first.
I'm muting him.
He said it-
Nope.
Yeah, exactly. You got muted, buddy. How does it feel? Look at you down there. You can't say anything. It's true. It's terrible.
Quiet.
We have Lysandra as our sixth man.
I got
Amen.
muted, bro. This is crazy work.
You're gonna like it. Somebody said.
It's
Jill
what
Stein.
happens when you go on a liberal live. This is what
Wait,
they do.
everybody, Isaiah just picked Jill Stein as the sixth man off the bench. That's good. Good for you, buddy.
Joe Stein. No.
It's a great pick, Isaiah. That was wonderful. That was
This is
wonderful.
crazy. This is crazy work. You know what? I feel like Suzanne would actually be kind of tough. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm
She'd be
saying.
tough.
Good pick, Chris. Good holler. Good holler.
She would be kind of solid. But you know what? Don't sleep on Olivia, bro.
I'm not sleeping on
Olivia? Olivia? She's kind of athletic. People don't know that about her, Olivia, but she's actually kind of athletic.
I believe that.
I think Olivia could throw a perfect spiral. If I had to take one or the other, I think she could probably throw a good spiral.
Nah, you know what Olivia can do real well?
She's
She can
tall,
ride a
that's true.
motherfucking bike for miles.
That's oddly specific. I did not expect.
Yeah.
When have you been biking with Olivia Juliana?
You know, she called me one time.
You know,
wow.
let me tell you a story.
She called me one time, and she was on the stationary bike, and it was like at 17 miles, and she wasn't even sweating. And I was like, "How long have you been there?" She's like, "A little bit." And I was like, "What?" Like,
He said, hey,
you're not even sweating. Like,
excuse
what?
me, a little bit.
She just was like, "Is this a lot? Like, is this a lot of miles?" I was like, "What?" It's crazy, bro. 17
17?
miles is a lot. That's a lot of miles. That's a lot of miles.
I could not bike 17 miles. Somebody said betting my house on Jared. Here we go.
On Jared? In basketball?
Jared.
Dude, they're it's people talking about it's a certain demographic. They love Jared. They love Jared Schultz for other reasons, and that's fine. But you've caused this, Isaiah, not me.
What are you
Jared in basketball?
Like, what you think Jared like burst scorer or something? Like, what's the bet? He's gonna get the tip off?
Yeah, let me get parlay. let me parlay this shit. I'm going final score. Final score, we're going to go with, well, if it's going to be this many, it's got to be 21. Ones and twos to 21. Final score is going to be 22 to 7.
Bro, you're smoking, bro.
And I'm parlaying that with first point scorer.
This is ridiculous.
I'm parlaying that with
This is absolutely insane.
Quiet. I'm parlaying that with first point scorer Harry Sisson plus 900. Boom. I'm slamming that.
Hey, nah. Honestly, Isaiah keeps talking about, Jared pull up in the paint. He's gonna put in some work. No. I will fucking dunk on Jared. I'll fucking put that on parlay.
Damn.
That on a parlay.
Yo, by the way, I just want to say really quickly.
You laughing at Isaiah? What's funny, huh?
Bro, this is insane, bro.
Can we get $1 million?
You know what?
Dark Sunray, thanks for the gifted membership on YouTube.
Here's the thing.
Thank you so much. Can we get some W's for Dark Sunray? I appreciate it.
You guys are about to have to come to DC real soon for a very specific conference. I don't know. But I just have to say, there is a...
Why is everyone talking? Are you talking about something that's in May?
It might just be it.
Why are you guys talking? Why is everyone talking about this? It feels so far away.
It might just be that. But anyways, I have a basketball court where I live, so you guys won't be...
Buddy.
You won't be able to hide from me anymore. You won't be able to do that.
Isaiah, you've been running from us for years.
Oh no! Look who's in the chat. Look who's in the chat.
Oh my God.
Bro, brother.
Hold on, everybody. Hold on. I'm muting everyone just for a second. First of all, double tap screen if you're on the YouTube side. I love you guys. We're off the debates. We're having a conversation now on Terror Talk Live. So I'm going to go ahead and end the YouTube live just because my computer sometimes gets upset with these things. YouTube, I love each and every one of you, and I appreciate all the support. Truly, you guys are all so incredible. Every single person, I love you so much. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube, make sure you do it. You guys are literally the best. Thank you for all the support tonight. We'll be talking on TikTok, though, if you want to come join us. And we'll see you for the next round of debates. Truly. Well, I love each and every one of you. Thank you for being here. It means the world. You can always rewatch these debates on the YouTube side. And I'll see you soon. Lunar, thank you. Dark Sunray and all the amazing individuals of it.